Say your prayers, Andross.
Don't get too cocky, Star Fox. Let's see how you handle our new ships.
Too bad Dad's not here to see you fail. We'll make sure you never reach Andross. We'll just see about that, Star Wolf.
Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Star Fox 64. So just jumping straight on into things here, we are at our final destination of the game, Venom. And this is Venom on the hard path, so before we can get to Andross, we need to fight Star Wolf one last time. And as you can see, they do have new ships. These are more defensive ships this time around, so they're much harder to kill. This is by far the hardest Star Wolf fight in the entire game. These guys are very defensive and they take a long time to kill. I highly recommend coming into the stage with hyper lasers, and that's simply because anything but hyper lasers make this fight a lot harder. Because Star Wolf takes so many hits from your standard laser shots, you're better off having an upgraded laser coming here, and hyper laser just does so much damage to their ships. Now, this fight can be kind of obnoxious, I'm not gonna lie. You're always gonna have Wolf chasing you down, but your teammates are also always going to be chased down as well, so you have to be very careful about your teammates' health in this fight. Not just simply because you want to keep them alive to get the medal of the stage, but you also don't want your teammates to die for your sake as well. When your teammates die, then whatever member of Star Wars chasing them is now going to start to chase you. So say if you're the only one left, all 4 members of Star Wolf are coming right after you, making it next to impossible to keep yourself alive at that point. So you really want to keep your teammates alive in this fight just to protect yourself as well. I highly recommend in this fight just use pretty much every move that you've learned up to this point. You want to break, U-turn, somersault, keep on evading these guys as much as possible and you should be fine.
I'll go it alone from here.
So this is it, our final stretch to get to Andross. This is a little maze section here that it doesn't really matter which path you go because every single path will lead to Andross, but depending on what path you take will give you more goodies. If you want the most out of this maze, then take the paths that I'm taking. To get the best outcome from this maze, you want to go left, then right, then left twice, then right 2 more times. And if you do this, you'll get the best outcome of items. You'll get a lot of health, you'll get both laser upgrades, and you get some smart bombs. So you want to go this way because it gives you so much. But once you reach the end of the maze, it is time for us to face Andross once again. This time, however, we're fighting the real Andross. Since we're here on the hard path, we're not going to be fighting a fake. This here is the real Andross. So, just like in the first fight, you want to shoot his eyes to stun him, shoot his hands, and once you destroy both his hands, keep on shooting ahead, and then you will destroy Andross, revealing his true form.
Only I have the brains to rule my life.
So, Andross, you show your true form.
So this is it, Phase 2 against Andross. This is his true form, a floating brain. What we need to do to hurt Andross at this point is we need to destroy his eyes. So he's going to be sending his eyes far out from the brain, and you need to shoot those eyes down to start doing damage to Andross himself. So at this point, just like in the Star Wolf fight, pretty much use everything you've learned up to this point in order to fight Andross. Keep on slamming on your brakes, you want to U-turn a couple times, and sometimes a somersault can help you line your shot better with these eyeballs as well. But once you destroy the eyes, then you can start attacking Andross at the brain itself. So you want to just turn around, try to find the brain, which can be a little hard, so make sure you're holding down the Z or the R button to just turn a little bit quicker. Use your brakes to make turning a little bit easier on you as well, but you need to shoot that brain matter on Andross. Just pump his brain matter in with your lasers, and if you do this, you will destroy him. You want to make sure you're not caught up in the brain itself, because if he grabs you, he can actually destroy your wings, but just keep on shooting Andross, and he'll be defeated.
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
Ah!
Don't ever give up, my son.
Father?
Follow me, Fox.
So this is it, our final escape sequence here. Andross has been defeated, but just like he said, if he's going down, he wants to take Fox with us. Luckily though, we have our father here to help us get out of here, James McCloud. Follow James's R-Wing exactly. And in fact, if you pay attention to what path he's taking here, he's actually going the same way we went in to get to Andross. So if you come back into this level after you go through the ending section here, you will know the best path to get to Andross to get all the goodies. Just want to take the opposite directions of where James is taking you in this section, and it will actually take you down the best path to get to Andross and get all the goodies. But just keep up with James, make sure you keep on boosting, and you want to stay on his tail, because if you fall behind, you will die.
You've become so strong, Fox.
Fox, you're okay!
Way to go, Fox!
That's our leader. What's wrong, Fox? Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
We did it. We escaped Venom, and we had defeated the Rio Andross, ending Star Fox 64. That is honestly a really satisfying ending to a game. You not only defeat the main antagonist, but Fox kind of gets some closure there in a way. James McCloud wasn't there in the ending screen with us once we escaped Venom, which means that wasn't really James McCloud. That was more like an illusion to Fox. He was kind of seeing things, like seeing a ghost at that point, but James was as real to Fox as he could ever be. So, in a way, his father did save his son at the very end, and I really like that touch. It just does some great world building and character building to Star Fox 64 in general. But that's the end of the game. We defeated the Rio Andross, so the Lilat system is saved. And it was a really fun ride to get here. I really enjoyed my time with this game, and it's a lot of fun. This is a very easy to pick up and play game. It's a very short game, since a standard run of this can take you about an hour or so to complete. So it's a very easy to pick up and play game for just a little bit of time, and it's just very, very fun to go for those medals. I was very happy to get all the medals here in the playthrough, because getting all the medals in Star Fox 64 can be pretty challenging, but we were able to do it. Every single level, even some of the hard levels like Sector Z, we were able to get the medal, and that feels really, really good. This game is a very fun to pick up and play game that is on multiple systems nowadays. I'll highly recommend for a lot of people to actually play the 3DS remake of this game. Simply because of the saving system being better in the 3DS remake, you can easily just put down the game at any time because it will save your progress after every level, compared to the 64 version here that we played, where it doesn't save until you beat the game. So if you want an easy to pick up and play version, you play the 3DS version simply because of the save system alone.
Star Fox, we are in your debt. I would be honored to have you as part of the Cornerian...
Oh, no, sir.
We prefer doing things our own way.
Great Fox is ready to go.
It's time for us to go now.
We'll see you again, General Pepper, because we're done with the main game here, but there are still a handful of things we can take a look at in Star Fox 64. To jump the gun here a little bit, after you beat the entire game with every single medal from all the planets, you unlock Expert Mode. This is the harder difficulty in Star Fox 64, where anytime you take any damage to your wings whatsoever, your wings will be destroyed in an instant. There's also more enemies in Expert Mode, so some levels actually become a little bit easier to get the medals. But the medal requirements do not change for each level based on Expert Mode, so it's really just harder because they throw more things at you and you take more damage in general. We will be covering Expert Mode in a bonus playthrough, and there's some multiplayer stuff we can take a look at. I might take a look at that in the future, and there's also some 3DS content to take a look at as well. Again, might take a look at some of that stuff in the future, but for now, we're mainly going to want to just take a look at Expert Mode, because Expert Mode is a very interesting way to play the game. Not my preferred way to play, but it is a much harder way to play the game. So if you didn't think Star Fox 64 was challenging enough, once you get every medal in the game, Expert Mode unlocks, making the game even more difficult. But with that said, we are at the end of our adventure. So it's time for Fox and his crew to jump back into their R-Wings and fly off into the sunset once again. Although this time around, we won't have to see anything extra at the end of this. If you beat the game in the easy path, Andross will appear to laugh in your face saying he's still out there. But this time, there will be no more Andross because he is dead. They can't be an Andross if he doesn't exist anymore, and we made sure of that one. And that is it. Star Fox 64 is complete. The Lilat system is saved once again, and now the Star Fox team can rest. They defeated the bad guy and saved the entire Lilat system, so they definitely deserve to take a rest after that. But with that all said, I'm going to be ending it here. Thank you all for watching this Let's Play, and I'll see you guys in the bonus content taking a look at the Expert Mode of the game. I'll see you guys next time.
This is one steep bill, but it's worth it.